Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. My finest trial waits for you there. Afraid? I don't blame you. But given Catwoman's life is in my hands, I must insist you attend.
I've got you where I want you.
I'll break every bone in your frickin' body.
Nightwing's in town? Oh, I left Bloodhaven to get away from that punk.
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph. So I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, Detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-size children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Teutoburg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, Detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat.
I can't leave the car now. The clock's ticking.
Behold your doom. What? Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here. I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. You've been waltzing with Lady Luck your whole life, Detective. But now the music stops. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me! Too slow, Detective, too slow. For a second there, I was almost concerned. Dark Knight. Your penance for failure will be journeying back to the start of the course. When you failed that last lap, I could see the headlines, Detective. Riddler triumphant. Batman disgraced. Gotham awed. Don't be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. Such a pity I couldn't show you the Riddler mobile. It's bigger, faster, several times more aesthetically pleasing than your vehicle. It's in the shop. Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. Ah, the sweet taste of someone else's failure. Faster next time, Detective, or you will fail again. Next time, Detective. Come on, Detective. Back to the start of the course. Back to the start of the course. I want you to know, Detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course. And to think, I was actually concerned you may succeed. I forgot who I was dealing with for a minute there. Farewell, Dark Knight. Don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will. Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. A quite dismal failure. Now, a good workman never blames his tools, Dark Knight. But since you built that ramshackle Batwagon, no doubt it is underperforming. Dark Knight. Your penance for failure will be journeying back to the start of the course. Failure. To the start. Ashamed to have failed, detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. Don't worry, detective. You have until dawn. Not that it'll make any difference. Goodbye. Don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. That's more like it, detective. You failed! For the briefest moment, you almost seemed capable. If you're feeling vainglorious enough for another attempt, Dark Knight, you must trundle back to the start of the course. Dark Knight. That looked like it hurt. Did it? I want you to know, detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course. Make your peace, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be. Faster, Batman. Like Hermes! Or if you prefer, that Roman knockoff Mercury. Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. That's more like it, detective. You failed! For the briefest moment, you almost seemed capable. stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. You did it. You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules, and I have to follow the rules, don't I? I set them after all.
Okay, almost there.
Ready to die, my dear?
And here we go. Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam. To take my final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room. You have a photographic memory, Detective, because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage. This sick game has gone on long enough.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck. Come on, forward. Let's run this pig off the road. It's getting worse. Hitting harder. I guess killing Joker changed him.
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob Gotham blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone got out. I'll check the art galleries first.
Riddle Square. A puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid 15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play a game of life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea.
No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. The mark. Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark. Heavens above! Will you ever figure it out? Ever. Reflect a little more precisely, Batman. Precisely, Batman.
Oh, good. He doesn't want us to go in. Guess I'll be heading home then, Eddie?
There'll be a way in.
Riddle me this. How can you play my game when you've already been barred?
Play my game.
Perhaps you're looking at this conundrum the wrong way.
Wrong way.
You can't go through it, children. And no, you cannot tunnel under it either.
Not tunnel under it either.
Can you find a way in? We need to stop some of the cubes from moving when I fire the charge.
I'm guessing that'd be my job.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selina, watch out! Get ready.
Damn him! How is that a riddle, Eddie? Seriously.
You get used to it.
Ah! Beginner's luck. Let's intensify proceedings. You will not win this!
It's still not a riddle, Eddie.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
Done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
You smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself.
You can leave anytime.
I knew that. I just like dodging the saw blade. Would you do the honors? You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just Central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
And it's such a tragedy. You go save the day, and I'll make sure Bruce Wayne locked his doors.
Good luck with that.
Cheater! You fraud! You chancing, fumbling amateur! Look what you have reduced me to, Batman! If you cannot simply bow down when confronted with your obvious superior, then I will stoop to your pathetic pugilistic level and make you! I designed the suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses, so please understand, Dark Knight, that this is an intellectual victory above all. Can't think and hit at the same time. Burn, Batman! I'll subtract you from this equation. Which color do you prefer? Time for a change! This is the end! My apotheosis! You think me outwitted? Prepare to be outbeaten!
Ready?
I'll atomize you! Can you keep up? Ready to be vaporized? I'll subtract you from this equation. You think me outwitted? Prepare to be outbeaten! Let's fix things up. This is the end! My apotheosis! Enough! This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege. Solve every last riddle in this city and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
Or we could just leave you down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl. Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect. How shall we celebrate? I know a couple of poor, defenseless museums. But then again, I also know a couple of hotels.
Tonight's not over yet. There's more work to be done.
Of course there is. You do know how to kill the mood. Do you ever take the night off? Do you ever take the suit off?
Not on nights like this, Selina. It's what I do.
Fine. I guess I'll hit an art gallery or two, while the big bad bat's distracted.
You're not going to thank me?
Why? It's what you do.
I'm sorry about Barbara, Bruce. It's terrible. But look, just call the temp agency and I'm sure they'll send you another.